Hey guys, welcome back to another one of my videos. You can see that I have upgraded my background. If you've been here before, you'll notice I still have my neon sign up that I mentioned from my last video. If you're a fan of Tim Burton, Batman, Danny DeVito, I made a chocolate sculpture of the penguin and I think it came out really cool. So make sure to check that out. But anyways, we are here for a completely different character. If you saw the thumbnail, if you saw the title, you already know what I'll be making. But this is my Willem Dafoe chocolate sculpture series. And I'm pretty sure I'm the only one in this entire universe who has said that sentence. But yes, this was a project that was a long time coming. I had two of his characters in mind that I wanted to sculpt. But I just recently saw the movie Poor Things and I really loved it. Of course, I love all of Yorgos Lanthimos' movies, at least the ones that I've seen. I've always been such a fan, and this movie did not disappoint, and I just loved how Willem Dafoe looked in it. And so seeing that movie, I was like, okay, I really need to do a full-blown series on this freaking actor. He just has these amazing roles. He has an amazing face. When I look at him, all I can think about is I want to sculpt you. So we are starting off with his role in the movie The Northman. It's been a while since that movie came out, so if you hate spoilers, it's been a minute. But he plays the jester Heimer. I'm sorry if I'm butchering that name. He has a very small role in it, but pretty memorable. There's one scene in particular where he's revealed, he had already died and been decapitated, and they show his mummified head. And right when I saw that, I was just like, oh my God, this is a cake project. Well, now it's a chocolate project, but still I was like, I'm obsessed with how he looks. I really need to make his face. What? And so here we are. The reason why I chose this one first was because I'm thinking of how challenging the idea of the series is. Mostly because Willem Dafoe is an actual living, breathing human being that exists in this universe. He's not like some creature or monster or anime character. Like, he's real and he's very recognizable. And so I'm a little nervous about making sure that when people see him, they're like, oh yeah, it does look like Willem Dafoe. And for some reason, having a mummified dead version of his face seems easier than doing like an alive version of him. So this is how I dip my toe into the series, so to speak. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this video, and if you do, I have so many other videos of nerdy, monstery, creepy anime projects that I've made that are all edible. So you should definitely check them out, and of course, please like, subscribe, and ring that notification bell, and here we go. I wanted to start my sketch for my next project. I don't think I even know how to pronounce his name. Hold on. Okay, I specifically went to a website that tells you how to pronounce it in Icelandic, and it's Heimer. Sorry if I butchered that, but this is how I basically research in terms of references for the cake, or in this case, a chocolate sculpture. I'll go on Pinterest and just find whatever reference pics I can. I also had to like watch a video because there's not very good footage of him very clearly. He's always in like these dark environments, so it's kind of hard to pick up on details. Like this is probably a reference picture that I'm going to use the most, but you can see like I would have a hard time figuring out what his head like in its entirety would look like. So I found this picture and it kind of shows like how much of his hair is actually receding, the fact that he has two braids, and I could probably take some artistic liberty. sketches are now done. This is the front view of what he'll look like. The braids go down a little bit more, but it'll end right at his chin, so it'll just be his head. That's the sculpture. I then did those different perspectives. So this is the back, just trying to get an idea of what those braids would look like, and then the side. So a very special package came for me today. I told you that I got a neon sign for Christmas, and he also happened to surprise me with something else. This was actually after Christmas, so I wasn't expecting it at all. And, well, here's Peanut. Hi. You woke up from your nap? But it came in the mail today, and it's this big old package. I know I'm really spoiled, but I'm gonna open it right now. I already know what it is. So it's lighting. I know that's probably not super exciting. Oh look, Shelly already found the box. You like it, bud? It's called Lume Cube, or the brand is called Lume Cube, and it comes with 2 lights. And it's wireless, and it has like a little screen in the back to show the settings, and it's also battery powered. Like you can charge the battery, you can have it plugged in, or you can use the power from the battery. This is obviously not sponsored because who would sponsor me right now? But I'm excited. Like it makes things feel a lot more weird. Sorry if you heard that. That's my cat playing with the box. But yeah, this is just exciting stuff. Trying to figure out what colors I need. Definitely white. I know his skin looks yellow because of the lighting from the fire, but I definitely do want yellow as well. Some brown, some gray, some black. Here's my drawer where I keep all of like my different modeling chocolate or chocolate meltable chips. I usually have a lot on hand because I don't live super close to Michael's, which is where I realize is the cheapest place you can get it. I think it's like $3 a bag when it's on sale. So I'm just looking at what I have. I already still have this bucket from my previous penguin project. There's still a lot in it, and there's definitely colors that I can use. Some black, some weird, gross, brownish, purpley colors. I think I need brown for his hair. Fortunately, I don't have a lot, but I do have this like caramel tone color. I think if I add some black to it, maybe some red? I'm not sure, I'm experimenting. I'm terrible at color theory, but I think this should work. Okay, I found a better reference picture. I think I want to go for this skin tone. There's definitely brown and gray in it. Not so much yellow like it shows in the picture from the Northman still. But yeah, let's shoot for this. I got this giant jug of corn syrup from Smart & Final. Amazing deal. So I did 16 ounces of candy melts, and I'm doing 4 ounces of corn syrup. So it's a 1-to-4 ratio. Yes. So all you have to do is make sure that your meltables are melted and that your corn syrup is very slightly heated. I do like maybe 10 to 15 seconds depending on how much corn syrup I'm using per batch. You just mix those together and then you let it set for a couple of hours actually. It'll still be goopy for quite some time, but that's it. That's all it is. And you could buy those meltables at Michael's. I said it's super cheap. And it's really easy instead of trying to buy pre-made modeling chocolate online. It's just too expensive and so not worth it. So while these set, I'm gonna go ahead and work on my Rice Krispie Treat mold. Rice Krispie Treat recipe specifically for sculpting is 4 cups of mini marshmallows and 6 cups of Rice Krispie cereal. And that's it. I've seen some recipes ask for melted modeling chocolate or melted candy melts to go in, but I found that it wasn't really necessary, especially because I like to kind of harden mine up in the refrigerator. So it doesn't really have any issues in terms of like falling apart, at least in my experience. Here's the Rice Krispie Treat, all fully formed. So as you can see, there's not a lot of details going on. I just needed a basic shape to start off of. Real quick before we carry on, I do want to set up my lighting so that it looks better when I start sculpting. You'll also get to see me so ecstatic and completely over the moon to be able to use this when I film.
What are you working on?
I'm recording.
What are you working on?
Okay, sorry if you can hear the laundry machine in the back. My face looks super shiny in the light, but I swear it's just moisturizer. It is a very cold day and our house is freezing, so I have a little mini heater with me, and it is to warm me up, but also my hands are really cold. The modeling chocolate is really cold, and when it's that cold, it's really hard to kind of knead and mix colors together. It'll just stay really rock hard. So I'll need that warmth to help me make this process just a lot easier. These are the batches I made yesterday that are now completely set and ready to use. Okay, so all the scraps are prepared, and then I also have the white and the yellow in a separate container. Now I just have to mix it together to get that skin tone and the hair color that I wanted. Okay, I'm gonna add brown because I don't have enough brown modeling chocolate, but I do have food dye, so shortcut. Okay, I think this is the color I'm gonna land on. Now I'm gonna work on the hair. Hair is done. Ignore this nasty looking stain. But hair and skin is done. Talk about beautiful colors. They are very muted, but looking at this more, I think I'm starting to like it more and more. I mean, it definitely does have like a mummy skin look to it, so happy with that. I'm going to put the initial layer onto my Rice Krispie. It's the next day, and I'm gonna start adding in the details to make him look more Willem Dafoe-ish. I have the material. I have my tools. Here we go. Here I am kind of planning out where each feature will go. I'm also putting down this brown modeling chocolate. It's not supposed to be there permanently. It just gives me a guide of like where his beard should start and where it should end. But the beginning stages of sculpting him out is really just slapping modeling chocolate on, adding where I need to, subtracting where I don't. So it's gonna look kind of wonky for a while. I also want to apologize for that tippy tapping sound you hear in the background for a lot of this video. That's just my dog who has separation anxiety kind of scampering about. But yeah, apologies for that. I know that can get kind of annoying, and no, that sound is not in your house and it's not coming from your computer. So I had already taken off that little beard guide that I had earlier, and I wanted to start actually laying down the facial hair that he has. Although when I put on his mustache and part of the beard, he came out looking like James Lipton, or he sort of reminded me of Heisenberg. So that made me kind of nervous, but I just kept going at it. It's best to not think too much and linger about what's going wrong, because that'll really, stall me. I just have to put my head down and keep going at it, because eventually he'll come out much better. It's all about learning how to trust the process. I feel like as soon as I put on more hair, he definitely looked more like his character, so that was giving me a confidence boost. Definitely putting in his braids made me kind of nervous, but I really feel like it's all coming together at this point. Okay, today's the next day, and I realized that this little tassel of hair is missing a bunch of strands. And I realized that my cat probably stole some of it while I was like turned around or busy doing something else. He is quick and sneaky, but he's taking a nap now, so I'm safe for now. The issue is that I don't have any more brown modeling chocolate, so I think I'm just gonna like carve out whatever bits that I can just to make those little strands that I'll need. I think I can do it. I made his braids a little chubbier than needed. Like he has like beautifully braided hair when really he's like a corpse or the head of a corpse. So it'll be okay if he has a few straggly braids, I think. Teeth are now done. I didn't do like full complete rows, only a portion of them show up in the movie anyways, and they're all kind of janky and crooked and jagged, so I'm pretty happy with this. And then the last bit are the eyes, although I will say I probably do want to tweak his face a little bit more to look more Willem Dafoe-y, but just looking in the camera, I could see him, right? But I wanted to mention, when I look at the movie and I look in his eyes, they do look like stones that have been inset into his sockets and not necessarily like his actual eyeballs, because your eyeballs will probably shrivel up and look like raisins. But they are very much intact, and they do have markings that look stone-like, like almost like, you know, the swirls you see in marble? So I can only assume that that's the case, which is why there will be no pupil. I will be using just white modeling chocolate and try to give it that stone look with some painting. Final step is to now do all the little skin details to make him look more imperfect, less smooth, more dry and mummied. Okay, hold on, turn off the heater. It has been freezing lately. But I got this set. It's called Food Coloring Powder Set. If you've watched my other videos, I use regular food coloring as well as food gel coloring, food gel coloring. And they do tend to bead on the surface of the modeling chocolate, and they bead on fondant from past experience. So I wanted to try these out because they come in these little canisters, and they're powder that you mix with either water or alcohol, I think, like vodka or something. And it's supposed to apply much cleaner and smoother and not beat up. The colors I'm probably gonna rely on the most are black and brown. Let's see how this goes. Okay, so I initially laid it on too thick, but I did the thing where I kind of dry out my paintbrush a bit so I can have more of a shading effect than full-on painting. But this stuff works amazing. Holy crap. If you are in the business of painting fondant or painting onto modeling chocolate, I highly recommend this stuff. It goes on so clean and like, I don't know, I just love it. Sorry, that's my dog walking around in the background as usual. On that note, I'm gonna keep painting the sky. I probably won't be showing too much of it because I kind of want to do that reveal. I just wanted to show a little bit of the painting, but yeah, I'm really happy with these food coloring powders. And here's the final result. So that was my Willem Dafoe as Heimer from the movie The Northman, made into a chocolate sculpture by me. I hope you guys enjoyed watching it. This one was a blast, and it's really motivating me to finish these series. Make sure to stick around because I have two pretty interesting ones coming up. Of course, they're all Willem Dafoe. Also, it's so funny how, I mean, obviously Poor Things is out and it's kind of making a splash, but while I was sculpting this face, I just found out that he was awarded like a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, which is, by the way, like, don't ever go to the Walk of Fame. It's dirty and it's gross, and yeah, it's a tourist trap. But he got a star, and I was like, oh my gosh, the universe is aligning, but probably not because obviously Poor Things just came out and it's huge. But yeah, this is his year, and I'm manifesting it for him. Just kidding, I'm not gonna take credit for that. But anyways, make sure that you come back if you liked this one. I have so much more. Like and subscribe as always, and I will see you next time. Bye.